was a very strong force, disruptive force, and he was an early pioneer, and he engaged. He was one of the, you see artists on the one hand, many artists really hung back from the internet. They didn't want to engage with it. Some of them buried their head in the sand. They didn't believe it was going to be so disruptive. David Bowie had a very different approach, and he felt that it was something that could be used and certainly exploited for artists. Artists have platforms that they can use to allow them to engage with their fan base immediately. They don't have to get their record released and put it in the store. They can go to SoundCloud. They don't need to pay money to get their work distributed to millions and millions of people. And that is an entirely new paradigm for artists. They say, hey, I'm going to reach my fan base and talk to them immediately because the internet enables that on a global basis, and we've never seen that before. I think we're at the very early days of streaming. We're only kind of 10 years into music streaming properly. I think definitely artists can potentially earn more money as more users engage with streaming and the streaming pie grows. But for now, streaming revenues are very different to recorded music sales. I think he's a huge influence on many of today's artists, and you can see from the vast interest and the outpouring of tributes. My advice for today's artists, definitely, as a lawyer, I would recommend obviously pay very close attention to the contracts you're entering into, because think of them as agreements which are going to shape your economic future, and really smart artists pay very close attention to that. They understand that the industry can be a minefield. Artists who became entrepreneurs, who became businessmen and women, Madonna is another great example, Beyonce. These artists definitely took control and made it clear that they were in business.